Welcome to another episode of Conversations That Matter with Vaughn.
And Shan. For today's episode, we will be discovering the art of shaping who we are.
That's right. We'll be exploring our identity management theory under the context of relationships. You know what, Shan? It's so important to manage one's own identity because identity is the way in which one sees themselves and the manner in which others perceive them, which are both influenced by the self and by experiences.
I agree with that one because, as what they say, how we want to be seen or heard is depending on the way that we communicate.
Taray! Slay! So, partner, what are we going to be talking about today?
That's an interesting question you've got there, partner. So today we will be talking about a theory that was based on a hypothesis by Irving Goffman, who studied face-to-face interactions and the impact of those interactions on an individual's self-image. This is, of course, the identity management theory.
Whoa! Would you mind telling me and the viewers, what's it about? Who made this theory? How did it come to be?
So, the identity management theory is under the sociocultural tradition and a hypothesized way in which people perceive themselves and how they portray their self-image to others through communication. It was developed by William R. Kupak and Tadasi Todd Imahori.
That's right, partner. And besides that, identity management theory also covers one's own ability to communicate and to manage relational and cultural theories. There are many factors that influence our theory, such as our own face and how it reacts, like how I am happy or sad or angry, as it reflects a person's own established personality.
Definitely. Now then, I think it's about time we tell the viewers more about these two people who started the theory.
Yeah, let's get on with it.
Let us further go deep into knowing the intelligent minds behind this theory. Allow me to introduce to you William R. Kupak and Tadasi Todd Imahori. William R. Kupak, PhD, is an internationally recognized communication research scholar. He was awarded with an Outstanding Book Award at the International Association for Relationship Research back in 2006 and the Outstanding University Researcher Award at Illinois State University back in 2005.
Whoa! International, huh? He must be quite the scholar then. His works are so well known.
I know, right? And Tadasi Todd Imahori, PhD from Ohio University, is a professor of communication studies of the Department of Foreign Languages in a university in Japan, but he passed away on July 17. More to that, Imahori actually served a number of administrative positions, including as president of the Communication Association of Japan and chair of the U.S. National Communication Association's NCA International and Intercultural Communication Division.
Yeah, great minds think alike. And as mentioned previously, these two individuals based their work on the theories proposed by Irving Goffman, who studied face-to-face interactions and the impact of those interactions on an individual's self-image.
So, now that we've talked about the theory, the proponents, what's next, partner?
Well, allow me, partner. But, of course, before we continue with our discussion, a wonderful, wonderful shout out to our wonderful viewers. Hi!
Our people from PE11, how are you holding up? Thank you so much for staying with us.
Indeed, we truly love conversations that matter. Anyways, back to the news.
So, partner, I actually have a question for you. How can we associate this theory to the relationship context, and why is it under the social cultural tradition? Interesting, right?
Indeed, it is. So, you see, partner, although recognized to be a socioculturalistic theory, identity management shows significant connections to the relationship context. According to researchers from Saylor Academy, this theory places a lot of emphasis on cross cultural interactions and how they affect the relational and individual identities of those involved. Particularly the various ways that partners from different cultures negotiate with one another to try and meet the needs for adequate relational and autonomous identities.
That makes sense.
Moreover, authors Wexler and Mayer back in 2014 identified three key areas, which are relationships with peers, relationships with parents, and technological use, where communication plays a crucial role in identity management for emerging adults.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for the info, Vaughn. We are all learning so much today.
Of course, it's my pleasure to provide.
You know what, partner? This theory, the identity management theory, can also be applied in real life, just like the other theories. An example of the identity management theory is when a person becomes individualized. When someone chooses that they will no longer be part of, societal rules and structures, they are actually managing their identity, you know, through individualization. Does that make sense?
Yes, exactly. And just to add to that, partner, we actually have a special guest this morning. Coming all the way from the US of A, here we have Leanne, who will be sharing her thoughts on the matter. Hi Leanne, how are you doing?
Hi guys, it's Mian. So I will be sharing with you an experience that perhaps most of you can relate, because I've heard that the viewers for this episode are mostly students. So hi, shout out to all of you. So I will be sharing an experience so that you could understand more what is really identity management theory. I am actually very shy and introverted, so my classmates see me as a reserved and uninterested person in class. However, you know what? I realized that I want to be more active. I want to participate more in class discussions to, enhance my learning, and at the same time build better relationship with my classmates and at the same time with my teachers. So, you know what? I decided to present a different aspect of my identity by actively participating in class discussions and sharing my ideas. As I continue to manage my identity in this new way throughout this school year, while balancing my previous identity as a shy student and my newly established identity as an active participant in class discussions, identity management theory has helped me adapt and modify my identity to achieve my academic and social goals. So this story that I have just demonstrates how individuals, including students and others, can strategically manage our identities to influence how we are perceived and interact with others. I hope that through this experience, you'll be able to at least think, that's identity management theory. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!
That is such a wonderful testament there, Leanne. Thank you so much for sharing your story. We're happy that you were able to make sense of things and was able to incorporate identity management theory as well into this wonderful experience of yours.
But that's not all that we have, partner. We also have another statement coming from one of our beloved viewers. Coming from Toronto, Canada. Here we have Chris. Chris, thank you so much for coming.
Alright. So, my name's Chris. As the lovely Sean mentioned, I'm Chris. And I was the favorite on my class, man. I was like the top G, you know? And then changed schools in like senior high. I was struggling, man. Like very, very, very not cool. It was hard to adjust to the people surrounding me, you know? And like not just that, but the environment too, my guy. Like I just decided to start from scratch, man, and like learn everything from the bottom to the top. And I just learned from others like how they interacted with each other every day. Day by day, I listened to conversations and like what certain things people like, and slowly but surely, I started to learn and adapt my behaviors for my identity to fit with the environment. You know what I'm saying? Then, not long after, I found myself a nice group that I belong to. You know, we all homies out there. We all homies, and I was welcomed greatly, man. Honestly, that's about it for me. I'll see you all guys soon. See ya.
Thank you so much, Chris, for your wonderful story.
Yeah, he was so cool. I wonder who could he be?
You're so funny, partner. So, anyways, what's next?
As we near the end of our show, let's move on to our recommended reads for our wonderful viewers right here.
Alright then, let's go.
And now, we encourage our listeners to always dive into the topics that they find interesting here and learn for themselves, of course. If you liked identity management theory, we have a few reads that we can recommend to you all.
That is right. We can only cover so much, but we've only been to the tip of the iceberg. Say, partner, why do you start by giving us a suggestion?
Sure thing! I recommend our listeners to read Leadership as Social Identity Management, Introducing the Identity Leadership Inventory, or the ILI, to assess and validate a four-dimensional model. Whew, that was a mouthful. But anyways, it's a study under the Leadership Quarterly Journal, and it discusses the different facets of identity and how it applies to current leaders. It divulges not only about identity management, as well as an aspect of leadership, but also how leadership symbolizes as a social identity.
That's really interesting, partner. And I also have another suggestion for our beloved viewers: the identity management politics and globalized English hegemony, cultural struggles, phase work strategies, and intercultural relationships in Taiwanese English education. It is actually a dissertation that applies the concepts of identity management theory as a framework in examining Taiwanese English education. Very interesting, guys, trust me. And it also speaks of how the teaching English language requires Taiwanese educators to be proficient in it and analyzes the reactions gained from it.
And that has been it for Conversations That Matter with Vaughn and Shan. We hope you enjoyed this podcast just as much as we did. I have been Anthony Vaughn.
And I have been Yeshanne Vaughn for Conversations That Matter.
And we hope to see you soon.
Keep educated, stay motivated. Bye! See you next time.
Bye bye.